Okay, spoiler alert.
I kind of redid the story.
Hi everyone, hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Kiki. Thank you so much for coming back. I am so excited to jump into episode 3 of independently animating my short film.
I haven't made a film since school, since college. Being able to really see my grandmother for the little girl that she was.
This series is super special to my heart, and today we're gonna jump into the heart of the story. We're gonna talk about how I wrote this story. I'm gonna show you everything from shot list, just writing everything out on paper. It began January, February, that's where I got the grant. And I was like, oh my god, finally, I have financial support to make a film. As you may know, this story is called Stuffed Hearts. At the time, I was very ambitious. I'm usually very ambitious when it comes to writing for anything, but for short films specifically, I write like I have like a production team of 20 plus people, and as if there are like 15 of me, but there's only one person working on this film, and it is me. So hopefully this video will help you out. If you are also writing your own story, please consider subscribing to our small community of artists, and like and share this video if you find it helpful as well. I knew that I wanted to write about my grandmother. I wanted to write about her upbringing, but there are specific things that I wanted to implement in the story as well. Like these are like some core things that I knew needed to be in the story. So for your writing, I would recommend that you also list out a few things that need to be in your story. So for me, family is an important thing that I wanted to be in the story. Whether it is a found family or the family that, you know, she's born into, I wanted the character, which, you know, based off of my grandmother, surrounded by a sense of family, place a value in the strength of relationships. And so I knew family was going to be a big thing I wanted to be in the story. Next, faith. So my grandmother is an extremely faithful woman. It would not be her film if I did not incorporate her values and beliefs in it at all. So even as a girl, she told me that she went to Bible study with her grandparents, and you know, I just wanted to be truthful to her experience and her perspective and her beliefs and just who she is and who she was. So faith is a huge thing that's in the story as well, and so that's number 2 for me. Number 3, I really wanted food. Okay, I'm a huge foodie, and I find that Jamaican, like with other cultures, we place heavy importance on the food that we cook, and it does symbolize a sense of togetherness when you prepare your food for your family. And my grandmother is literally the best cook. It's like one of those stereotypes of like the grandmother who's like, who cooks cookies, the best cook in the family, but it's true. Like my grandmother is the best cook in our family. Honestly, I get a little worried about who she's gonna pass off the good cooking torch to, because I've tried to go over to her. Here's a clip of me trying to learn from my grandmother. I mean, she usually just takes over.
And do what?
We're gonna make some, I don't know, some kind of stewed chicken maybe? Also, we're gonna vlog this experience, Grandma. It means we're gonna have everything on camera. It's for memories! Okay, so right now, Grandma's looking at everything I bought. That's the kind of, see, yeah.
A goya you buy?
Yeah, is that,
Me no say I cook and everything a goya.
do you have any? Or maybe Auntie Kay has some.
So what you do this? The rest of it.
Oh yeah, that's the healthier oil, so I wanted to use olive oil
You do what?
to cook the chicken. We're both wearing hats, Grandma, I just realized.
Yeah, cooking.
Yeah, cooking hats. Okay, Grandma. Step 1. What's step 1?
Step one,
Yeah, making rice and peas.
the pat.
Pot. Okay, where do I find it?
Yeah.
Does it need more?
Yeah, chicken.
I've been here for like an hour. She hasn't sat down once.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the one I should have gotten.
Yes, this one is supposed to cook it back.
Not those.
I feel about
Bring them back.
Are you going to sing it for? Because you know when with my business and buy a box of new business.
Tasting it up. Gravy.
Okay, say fresh.
Let's go. Don't onions make you cry when you cut them?
No, he said no.
Yeah, look, I want this back now. want it?
You can have it, Grandma.
Oh.
What's mine is yours, Grandma. Oh, it tastes good. Cause it's kiki time. I said it's gonna kiki time.
I'm still learning, but again, she's just the best cook in our family.
Let's go.
I find that stories that resonate well with audiences, although the characters may look different from them, or although they might be from a different place or planet, those stories still have a significant amount of human experience to them. For example, their characters might go through grief. They might go through something that we all go through during our life journey. So yeah, those are my 3 core values for the story. Now for design wise, because I'm doing animation, I needed to pick out a few things that I wanted to experiment with. And this was already planned out in my grant application. My first thing that I really wanted to work on is creature design. So creature design is something I haven't really delved into because I haven't had the need to. But I really want to experiment with working with different types of anatomically formed creatures, and I wanted to work with like putting shapes together. I wanted to experiment with texture and how to render texture digitally. I wanted to make things move in an organic but inorganic way and play with things like that. So of course, because I have creature design, it does push my story to be a bit more fantastical. The story is very light and fun. The next and final thing I wanted to work on design-wise was doing an action scene. So storyboarding is something that I still have some issues with, but I really wanted to show what I can do, and I wanted to push myself. And when I hear stories about my grandmother's upbringing, there sure was some action, but I didn't put that in the story. I put another action scene in there. If you're also an animator or you're an illustrator, maybe you're working on a book, definitely do plan out things that you do want to experiment with your story, because that way you're kind of being intentional with the things that you're experimenting with and the things that you're teaching yourself, and in that way you're able to challenge your skill set. After I wrote out the list of things I wanted to be in the story, I did go ahead and attempt to write the story. Margaret defies her grandmother because she's too strict and travels to an unmarked land for peace. She experiences grief for the first time at 7 years old.
Please end the story. I'm on like my 15th revision. Like, look, I got sunscreen in my eyebrows. I look crazy. I feel crazy. I need to end this. I need it to be done.
It took several months to come up with the story that I am animating right now. I'll show you some clips of me working very, very hard sprinkled throughout the video. You can probably see that I look very different back then. I was just, I was cold, I was eating a lot, and I was writing stories that I did not like. It was apparent in my physical appearance. I wrote a lot of stories that were too ambitious. The way to cut back on your ambitious stories is by giving yourself a reality check. And the way that I did that is doing thumbnails. Okay, but my issue was that I did thumbnails way too late in the process. Okay, way too late. But when you do thumbnails and you're physically drawing out each shot, scene, if you're doing that, then you realize how much of a task it is to actually animate it. And for me, I'm doing 2D animation, so that's frame by frame. When I did my thumbnails, I was like, who's doing that? Who's literally animating all of that within a few months? No ma'am, no ma'am. Give yourself a reality check by doing some thumbnail. You can even cut out information faster. So I'm a visual learner anyway, so I tend to do better when things are drawn out opposed to when they're written down. I mean, it is a story, so it is already visually in my head. To get it down, to get it from scene to scene on paper, you do see that you don't need all of what you have down there, and you don't need to explain everything exactly to the audience. Okay, so we're on shot 26. Oh, shot list is a little long. Thumbnail. Thumbnail before you get too carried away, because I did that. I got carried away and I was like, this story is it. I'm doing this one. Here's a clip of me working on my shot list for that first revision of the story. For anyone who's interested in making their own short film, anything where you need a shot list, I'll let you know how I work on my own shot list for my short film. I just found this off of this resource, Studio Binder. I love their stuff. They have really nice, resourceful, correct, accurate, and helpful information on their website and also on their YouTube channel. So definitely go check them out. They have a mini little sketchbook. I love this thing. And I just just have it written down, so it's kind of easy to just plug them in. There's a lot going on right now. I have a lot of papers down, but I'll just break it down for you guys. So I'm working on the script and the narration while I'm building the shot list. And I like to, you know, write things out on paper first before I go onto the computer. The computer just feels very final. And I like to work things out. Initially, I figured out the story, I figured out the themes that I want to be in the story, some of the things that I definitely want to work on. I definitely want to have creature design in there. I definitely want an action scene. I want to have something at stake so the story is interesting. I want to talk about family, faith, food, and just, this is the story basically. So the story goes, Margaret and her aloof neighbor, it's now a classmate. See, you just change things while you're working on the shot list. And so I am writing this out through acts and scenes. I honestly am not that well versed in organizing scenes and acts and shots and whatnot. Like if someone, a professional, were to look at this, they would go, that's not a complete scene, that's not a complete act, whatever. So, but like it's helpful in organizing chunks of information for me. I'm just saying it might not be the most accurate way of dividing up your story. So I would definitely look to another resource for that. I'm just being honest. So I use the act system. I technically have 6 acts because the resolution is supposed to be whatever. But I have Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, Act 5, and a resolution. This is my way of, you know, organizing it first. So I did this first. I kind of redid the story. I redid the story, so yeah, that's life. It's fine. So just in case you're wondering like why I'm doing this in June, that's why. So for the shot list, so I have Act 1, Act 2. I basically got the guideline, not the guideline, I got the structure, like the shot number, interior, exterior. I got all this from Studio Binder. So that's kind of the foundation of this, and then everything else I kind of just built in. Like I wanted to talk about the pacing because I'm animating this. When I was building in the script, I kind of erased it already, but you can kind of see that I timed it out on my phone. I timed out how long it would take me to say that line just so I can plan out the shots accordingly. For example, I know the exposition is going to take around 30 seconds. For animation, I'm doing 24 frames per second. 24 times 30, 720 frames. So just the exposition alone is going to take around 720 frames. And because I don't want this to be, it's already a lot that I'm doing. I'm already doing a lot, but from experience, I know that it's probably best that I, like as I'm planning things out, to keep the time, to keep that in mind. I'll do like the next few shots together with you guys. And again, this is my method. This is just so if you are kind of lost in how to start, I would suggest this is a good way to start, and you could just build off your own, you know, techniques and whatnot, or, you know, build off your own regimen and make it a bit easier for yourself. For my story, we left off with Margaret and Kenmari bracing to be swallowed. That's not gonna make sense for you guys yet. We're gonna do shot 26 is black, and then so shot 27, so then I can just write a line through this because none of that's important. We're gonna have extreme close-up. Extreme close-up abbreviation is ECU. We're gonna go camera angle. Yeah, we're gonna do eye level. Camera move, it would be nice if it's moving a little bit. Voiceover for that. So we're gonna get close-ups of Glauber's textured skin. Oh gosh, textured skin. And I'm just kind of making this up on the spot, just based off of like talking this out with myself. I want to show you guys my narration page. No, that was actually insane. Is it this one? Yeah, so this was when I was writing out the narration. So yeah. Although you know, there's a eraser on the pencil, I like to scratch things out too. I kind of work aggressively. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there for you guys, and you'll have to find out what happens when you watch the film. This is isn't gonna work, Kiki. This is a feature film. You're writing for a feature film right now. And so, but I just fell in love with the story that I came up with. So that's gonna actually be a separate project after this one. That's like Stuffed Hearts Original, the one that I cannot do right now. It's called, I'm calling it Stuffed Hearts Original, or maybe it'll have another name. But this series, okay, spoiler alert, it's a series now, because I can't make up my mind. I had to revise the story again, right? We love revisions.
No, literally, I just need this to be over.
I revised the story again.
I cannot do it anymore.
And now I turned it into a more simple story.
I don't care.
But it is still cozy, it's warm, and it's fun, and it's funny, and it is still have all the things that I wanted to work on.
Literally rewriting the story over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
And I do feel better about it.
For the 1500th time, I have found kind of an idea. Margaret! I'm okay. Margaret is released from school among her classmates. During sudden rainfall, Margaret takes off her shoes and socks and walks barefoot.
So this story is the one that I am animating. This is Stuffed Hearts, Waterfall Haven. And so once I got this story down, I did start my new shot list. All of the questions should be answered in your shot list. But I made sure to finish the shot list first. Then I went into my thumbnails again. So with this, oh, this is actually from another story that I started last year. Oh my god, that's like my next thing. I have so many ideas. Very, very simple. I did them very, very fast. You know, when I don't like a drawing, I just X it out. You know, I don't try to do it any better. I just like, no, that's not it, so I'll do the next one. And I just kept going, right? These are very loose drawings, right? I'm not trying to impress anyone. No one will see these normally. Well, I'm showing you guys, but normally no one will see these. Yeah, Waterfall Haven. See that? Waterfall Haven. That's basically the process that I went through for making or writing my short film and completing the shot list and also the thumbnails. So for our next video, we are finally, my favorite part. My favorite part of the whole process, we are finally going into the visual development. We are finally storyboarding. Okay, but I finally start to draw in these videos next week, or next video. Hopefully it's next week. Maybe it's in a few days because I'm editing these videos faster. Finally gonna see what the story is going to look like. I'm so excited for you guys to see it, and I'm excited to edit it and get it out to you sooner than later. All right, thank you guys for watching this video. Please let me know if this was helpful at all for you, and I'm excited to see you in the next one. Okay, thank you guys. Kiki out.